Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shear. And now, once per week, we are going to be doing fan segments. And to lead off, no better than Arizona's favorite super fan, Mr. Kenny Abbey. Hello, Kenny Abbey. How are you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing today?
Not bad. All right. Well, first of all, we're going to talk about this a lot. You were messaging us during the game. We got the whole Kenny, I almost said the whole Kenny Abbey experience, the whole Caleb Love experience, my friend.
Oh yeah. You got the receipts. Yeah, big believer in Caleb from start to finish.
Yes.
Sheer, knew you believe that from half court.
Yes,
yeah. Kenny never wavered. Kenny never wavered for his love and belief in Caleb Love. Similar to all Arizona fans, it was just a matter of time until that happened.
Yeah, as soon as he caught the ball, I knew he was going to hit from there, just like everybody else. So
yeah, everybody else. Hey, you know what's wild? We talked about this on the post game. If you go back and you look at it, it looked like he kind of knew that it was going in. Like it's a weird. There's a still frame that I saw somewhere on Twitter where it he's not intentionally winking. I'm not saying that, but it looks like he knows that. Yeah, that thing's got a real chance of going in. And then in overtime, it was done, man.
Oh yeah, we had all the momentum there. A lot of people are comparing it to Miles Simon's shot against Cincinnati way back in the day. Like as soon as he let it go, as soon as he let it go, his hands were up. He knew it was good.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
He kind of he knew, but man, it's just wild. Like,
yeah,
man,
Scare.
You know what's funny? That wasn't the play. If you watch again, and I didn't realize this until after the game, until Caleb said it. If you watch the replay and look at the bench, they're not thrilled. That wasn't the play. ADO didn't run the play. He was supposed to throw it deep to Henry. And so shout out to ADO for making the wrong play, but it worked. But Kenny, was that the craziest? I've been asking Arizona fans this since yesterday. Was that in terms of just crazy Arizona games? Where does that rank for you?
Oh man, I think you might have to put that. It might be number one. I mean, whenever you ever hit a half-court shot in McHale to win a game or go into overtime, I would say maybe the Florida game might have been number one until last night. I mean, I was at that game. That's the loudest I've ever heard McHale in my life. But last night, man, a half-court shot to tie it up and then just run away with it in overtime, you can't beat that.
You know something? You know something we got to talk about, Kenny, is that all the metrics show, and we on this show, we are a huge fan of advanced.
Yes, all about analytics.
Analytics, baby, all day.
Yes, all day. All right, but ADO is just better. Well, the team is better when ADO is out on the court. Is it any coincidence that ADO even inadvertently had a hand in that win, even by messing the play up? I mean, the guy just wins. What?
Yeah, I mean, how more clutch can you be? Scoring no points, got to be no rebounds, no steals, no assists. I mean, in the minutes you got, but come up clutch like that at the end of the game.
But he did it when it mattered, though.
Exactly.
That's what. That's what happened. Now, Kenny, you're a big style and fashionista. There is nothing stylish about me or Sheer. I mean, you can tell by looking at us. But let me ask you this, though, Kenny: the whiteout, the environment, the ambiance. Yesterday, did it fit up to what Kenny Abbey, the great Kenny Abbey from Florence's finest, like?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like somebody made a post. It might have been Barstool a couple days ago to bring back the old lighting. Remember the first whiteout we had against Washington, man? It was just so bright in there, just everything. All you could see was white. So, but you turn the lights off, halfway into the crowd or halfway down, it kind of takes away from that. So, I mean, but as far as I don't know, you can't beat that. That might have been the greatest game ever in McHale history. I mean, I can't name one better right now.
We deserve this, Sheer. Brian Jeffrey said that on the call. Arizona fans deserve it. He's right. Yeah, he did. He did. Wop.
Kenny, we all love Nike here, right? Yes. We're all Nike people. We got to discuss, why is everyone slipping on the court? Can I blame Nike for this? Did you notice that?
Yeah, there was a lot of sleeping last night. I noticed Caleb was sleeping. I mean, he had some Kobe's on. I mean, I loved hooping in Kobe's, back in my NBA days. But
before the family life called you.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I was texting a friend last night, and we were talking about it last night. Like, why are so many people sleeping tonight? Like, what's going on?
The Iowa State writer asked Lipsy about it. He's like, yeah, I don't know. We were all just kind of slipping a little bit, but it was weird. But we got to get some new gear, Kenny. I put Kenny in charge of new gear.
Get us on Jordan Brand. I mean,
hey, you guys want to hear a funny story about Kenny? Kenny, and he did nothing wrong here. So Kenny is Arizona uniform aficionado. This is true. Nobody cares about uniforms and I don't know what that term is. Either way, more than Kenny Abbey. This is true.
Swag.
Swag.
Yeah.
No, swag's not the word, but we'll
Yeah,
go with
I don't know, whatever it is. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
I'm leading the charge. I'll say that.
here's how great Kenny Abbey is, and this is why he has more fandom than anybody out there. He was messaging different SIDs, asking them about uniforms, which is fine, totally fine. So one of the current U of A football SID thought that Kenny was me, and he sends me this really nasty email talking about how you've got to go through me to be able to get people on the show, this or that. And then I said, since when am I Kenny Abbey? And then there was this whole back and forth, and he's like, well, I thought he was working for you. And I was like, well, Kenny is a very close friend of mine, but you come to me if you get the, what is the term we used yesterday, Sheer? If you want the paw, you get the glove, or what is the?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. But no, that's how much Kenny, Kenny is on the front lines looking for this new stuff.
That was a weird situation because I remember like I was telling you that I was talking to the guy about uniforms, and you're like, oh, I mean, let's have a segment or something about uniforms, try to get the guy on.
Right.
Then I'm like, okay, I'll ask him. And I asked him, and then after that, like, I don't know what happened.
But again, that's where Kenny Abbey, he kept his feet to the or kept his ears to the ground, signed Eminem. He's triple platinum, doing 50 a week. Okay, now listen. Kenny has kind of dual loyalties with Arizona and ASU, being a Phoenician and being up there. Kenny, I would assume you were going to be at this Arizona ASU game. Heart divided in this game, Kenny?
No, full 100% U of A heart in there at all times. I mean, at those games, you probably won't find anybody talking more crap than me in there. But I mean, I don't have tickets yet, but I'm positive I'll be there. I mean, I haven't missed a game up there in like 30 years. So, yeah, I'm sure I'll be there one way or another.
Yeah. St. John's agent wants to meet up with me.
When I go to ASU games, Kenny's one of the first person I see every single time in Tempe.
Oh, yeah, we're getting right when the doors open. As soon as the doors open, we're in there talking crap.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude, yeah, you're on that.
I need a bodyguard. When I go to Tempe, I need a bodyguard.
Kenny's a big Nipsey fan, though. He's an all-money in type guy. That's another reason that we like very much Mr. Kenny Abbey. Okay. All right, Mr. Kenny Abbey. Let's now talk a little bit. By the way, yesterday, 600 and I think it was 57 lives or something. Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Kenny Abbey, let's let's talk a little bit about Arizona at the mid-season point. We're going to talk about this a little bit later. Arizona at the mid-season point. Tommy Lloyd is 8-1 in conference. I get that Kelvin Sampson is probably going to win the conference coach of the year, but if it wasn't for him, I think it's got to be the Tommy gun. That's for all you Tommy gun haters out there.
Yeah, well, where we picked in the preseason poll 5th, and we tied for second right now. I mean, there's a lot of season left, man. We're only halfway through. I mean, we still got to go back to Iowa State. I think we got to go to Houston, to Kansas. So, but the next 2 games should be wins, but I mean, it's going to be tough sledding, man. The Big 12 is going to bring it every single night, no matter who you play. I mean, like, this isn't Pac-12
Hey,
anymore.
do we go to – I should know this, and I ask this, I think, every show. Do we go to Houston?
No.
We don't. They got to come here. They got to come to Crenshaw and Slauson. We ain't going to
Houston only plays Iowa State and Arizona once, and it's both on the road.
Oh, this is so good.
We needed Kansas to pull that one out the other night. That was tough.
Yeah, Kansas.
Great game, but that was
Tommy
tough.
took a little shot at them after the game.
What'd he say?
We were talking about Big 12, and he's like, and I'm sure we all saw that Kansas game. They had that thing won 4 different times and couldn't do it. You know, it's like, yeah, I know.
A guy named Tyrese Webster just followed me on Twitter. No way, this guy's not a 5-star. No way. There's got to be.
Hey, wait, he just followed me too.
Tyrese Webster.
Yeah, he just followed me right when you said that.
Oh, this is big. This is big.
No, you know why he followed us, Mike? He's from Nebraska.
Ooh, Tyrese Webster. Ooh. Omaha North. Omaha North.
He doesn't even have a profile, Mike, but we're gonna make one for him.
Yeah, no, we're gonna turn him. Yeah, we make hearts and dreams happen here. Now we gotta pay a few of the bills here, and then we're gonna get back for some more questions with Mr. Kenny Abbey. But you might say to yourself, Mike, I really need some decorative rock.
I say that all the time.
Green Valley Decorative Rock, my friend. Hey, we should actually go with this picture because it shows less of me and more of Green Valley Rock. Green Valley Rock AZ. Now, you might say to yourself, Mike, I don't live in Green Valley. Oh, nah, yeah, you don't need to. You can be in Tucson. Mr. Kenny Abbey, always gallivanting back from Tucson to Florence. But, guess what? He would be able to get some Green Valley Decorative Rock as well. You can get pavers, you can get turf, you can get all kinds of different rocks. Rock. It is really, really good stuff. And Mike is the man. We very much like Mike on this show. I checked out Green Valley Decorative Rock. Very impressive stuff. I would have no clue what to do there, but Mike does. Mike can help you out. Again, check it out. 2 convenient locations, and you can go north up to Oracle, west to Marana, east to Benson.
Yeah, just I love how you have no sense of direction.
Benson, and then south to Nogales. Either way, you will thank me later. Check it out. Rock. Yes, Green Valley, the mecca of decorative rock. Yes. Now, also another one, Kenny Abbey. We are going to be having Longview. I do apologize. Never mind. Yes, Longview. Our good pal Andre Veras. That guy. Andre makes a lot more money than we ever will make. But I would highly recommend that you be more like Andre than us. And if you're saying to yourself, man, I really want to get going in life. I really want to retire at age 38 or whatever. I would highly recommend Andre Veras. Personalized, comprehensive financial planning, tailored retirement income strategies, distinctive wealth management solutions. We like Andre Veras. I am totally responsible for Andre Veras. Jason Shear, you get no credit for Andre Veras. None.
That's fair. But he's a good dude. I would absolutely trust him with all this stuff. I actually saw him last night at the game. He goes to all the home games pretty much. So
I would highly recommend is the term that we need to use. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, check it out. Longview. Again, that was one of my nicknames in high school, Longview. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit now about going forward then, Kenny Abbey. I like the Big 12. Now, again, some of the officiating doesn't make a ton of sense to me because it'll go ticky-tack, but it's a lot less than this beta stuff that we had to watch for the last 15 years in the Pac-12 where it's like a little like a soft tissue and it's like, there's no more.
I'm sorry, what was it like? I missed. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, no, I like that. They let him play more. And when in doubt, let him play a little bit more. Again, they do have some weird ticky-tack calls. I think they pick on men of girth a little too much, like Tobe Awaka. But, Kenny, what do you think about the officiating? You're a man of the streets.
Oh, Tony Padilla last night, he was on his BS like usual. But, they're letting him play more. And, whether that's going to help us in the long run, I don't know, because this is our first year playing this conference. I just think when if we go into the tournament and we play like a Princeton or we play somebody like that, that's going to be physical with us, push us around because they have to. Like, how are we going to respond? Like, now that we have been there, I think it's going to serve us great in the long run. But we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, this is our first year playing this conference and kind of getting acclimated to the physicality. So it might happen by the end of the season. It might take a couple years before we can get acclimated. So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, E.K. Thompson, remind me. We'll get back to that. That was a good one. Now, are you concerned about guys? Let's talk about the cheating midway through the conference. There is cheating, but it doesn't seem as rampant as it was in the Pac-12. Where are we at cheating?
The flop was clear cheating, right?
That was a vicious cheating.
Vicious cheating.
Yes.
Not as prevalent though. You're right. Not as prevalent.
What do you think, Kenny, as far as the cheating goes?
The flop by their point guard looked like Genuine Son, but
Taman Lipsey.
Yeah, that was terrible, man. And he was tripping all game too, and then he's the one flopping. So,
man, you tripping, man. He was set tripping all game, Kenny Abbey.
Yeah, if I'm playing against a guy like that, I'm talking crap to him the whole game. I'm getting in his face. I'm trying to push him around. If that's what you're gonna do, okay, then I'm gonna test you.
Yeah, exactly. Like Nip said, I'm going to test your jaw. Okay. Now, with the but again, it's awesome having real games. It's awesome having real. I know that they're a little bit later. I don't care. Again, I'd love for it to be a little bit earlier. But man, having real games where it really matters and like not just like these teams coming in that are like Cal, Stanford, all those teams, ASU. I mean, we still got to deal with ASU, unfortunately. But either way, the Big 12 though has been what I hoped it would be. Plus, their fans actually care about sports. It's not like one of these things where they like look down on you and they're like, oh, sports for the unwashed masses. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's nice watching where every game feels like a big game, no matter what the opponent's record is. I mean, we're gonna go somewhere like I don't know K-State, where they might have a 500 record in conference, but every seat in their arena is gonna be filled up, and it's gonna be like that every single night, no matter where we go.
We
Yes,
will
I love it.
we will talk Mike and KJ. Do not worry. Okay. Now let's see here. Where are we at? Pac-12 is full of dweebs. Yes. It was full of dweebs.
Yes.
All right, Kenny, we got a few minutes left here. You want to talk any recruiting? Any thoughts? Any, where are we at?
I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I don't see why we can't pull all three. Just knowing what I know about, a certain group, I don't want to say too much, but we're in it for all three. People think that we're totally out on Burries or we're not going to get Burries. We might not, but it's not. Everybody's thinking like we have no chance. From what I know, we are still in the picture, still in contact with them. So we're definitely not out of it. Whether he comes here or not. But if we get all three, with Koa, Arenas, Burries, and then Aristod, is that the number one class in the country or what?
Absolutely, man. That is the back the A class of the year, my man. Yeah. All right. Now, before we let Kenny go, I got to give Kenny a massive shout out. Listen, I like trolling Kenny Abbey because his favorite player knocked out Arizona's favorite son, Steve Kerr.
Here we
will
go.
not hold that again.
Here we go.
Not hold that. No, but on a serious note, though, Kenny's the man. Kenny's just an awesome dude to be around. We need more fans like Kenny who are going to be there through thick and thin. Seriously, I can't stand the ones that are like, oh, when you win, I'll come back. Well, get out of here. If you're not back in the A when we suck, we don't want you now. Boo. But no, dude, Kenny, you're the man. Just seeing, keep making moves in life, bro. I know we're all proud of you. I know your daughter's super proud. Just keep it rocking and rolling, my man.
All right, appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Had a blast as always.
Hey, can we get a back the A, Kenny?
I'll see you Saturday, Kenny.
Yeah, back the A, bear down.
Yes, the great Kenny Abbey. Yes, love it. Wop. Mr. Kenny Abbey. We love Kenny Abbey on this show. All right, now, sure. We got to talk a little bit now about where it comes with Arizona basketball. All right. Where do I want to go with first? Oh, that there's that guy on Twitter, this is what cracks me up on Twitter. We're going to talk Twitter for a few minutes. There's this guy that keeps tweeting at Sheer, and he tweets at me too. Troy Williamson, E.K. Thompson brings him up.
Oh, that was really funny.
This guy's great. So what he does is he tweets at people nonstop talking mess, and then he deletes all of his tweets afterwards. Then I had somebody on the board message me saying that he begs for information. People in Gilbert, be very careful. Mr. Jacob Franklin will keep an eye on you. Yeah, this guy. Okay. Now, KJ Lewis. This is very interesting for me. I am a big KJ Lewis fan, but I will always critique. This is true. In our group messages, whenever KJ Lewis is doing well, Sheer goes quiet. When KJ Lewis is not doing well, we hear, I like KJ Lewis, but I am also going to critique. And again, here is where it is. With KJ Lewis, and I think I'm right, when he dribbles downhill.
Yeah, we agree.
When he gets to the basket, he is very, very good. My problem with KJ, I don't want him trying to cross people up or dribbling into 8 different people. But when he's 3 to 4 power dribbles and getting in there, he's very, very good. Sheer, I stand by everything.
No, you're right. And then I said it too privately and even on X. It's not Twitter anymore. X. When he dribbles around the perimeter, bad idea. When he dribbles downhill towards the basket, great idea. Right? Like it's very simple. He's not a point guard or anything. It's just it is what it is. When he dribbles downhill, it's super effective. And when he dribbles around the perimeter and when they have him handling the point, like they did a little bit last night, it's a little scary.
Yes, exactly. But he has a very, very useful role on this team. And when he gets into the basket, and like I said, too, when it alleviates some of the how do I put this? When he gets into the lane and he can dish it out, he's just very good at that. And again, it's like I told you, KJ Lewis was blessed with a lot of basketball skills. Being able to come down and cross 9 people up and hit the step back 3 is not one of them. You know what he was blessed with? He was blessed with a knack for the ball. He was blessed with an ability to athleticism to get to the hoop to finish. It's one of those things. Focus on your strengths. I do not apologize for anything that I said. I am still a KJ Lewis fan, period.
By the way, I just think it's funny, and I don't mind it because it's KJ and not Boswell, but it is really funny that like a half an hour after the game, KJ clearly searched his name on Twitter.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? I like KJ, though, so I have no problem with KJ doing it. People that go on the...
He does it with good intentions. Like
that was good.
Yeah, like he was clearly joking around with you. He's there. If you saw him, there wouldn't be any bad blood or anything.
I will run into KJ Lewis, I guarantee you, and we will gap it up.
Right.
But at the same time, though, and I also retweeted it. Talk your mess. So also, we need to talk a little bit about Caleb Love, and there are so many people out there that it feels, and I got very excited.
Say it.
They hate Caleb Love. They hate Caleb Love. And there is listen, when Caleb Love misses a shot, it's not for, listen, the guys that I can't stand are the ones that I don't take what their grind seriously. KJ Love. Caleb Love works his butt off. He's a good player. And you know what? Sometimes the shot doesn't fall. But at the same time, that next shot's going in his book. The amount of, and I take no apologies. I even had a coach message me or DM me last night, laughing, saying, yes, that was a great tweet. When I said all the Caleb Love haters could suck it. I agree with that. He's our lightning rod. I thought Tommy Lloyd put that very, very well.
There's something also that I think we need to draw attention to. You know what it is, because I think you posted or tweeted about it. I talked to a coach yesterday at like 2 a.m. and he said, look, we are ecstatic about Caleb Love's defense, and everyone needs to know that he was an elite defender. They went to Caleb Love before the game and they said, you're guarding Curtis Jones. We need you basically to play the best defensive game of your life. And he did. I mean, that was it. And people like the half court shot or whatever, like that's obviously amazing. And it's getting other parts of his game overlooked. His defense on Curtis Jones was just as valuable as anything else he did in that game. And it's kind of like, there's a narrative. Like I talked with the coach about it. There's a narrative about Caleb Love that
it's just not true.
He's a great teammate. There's a video that Arizona posted where Tommy Lloyd goes in the locker room and they give him water and all that. And Caleb Love's waiting for him and gives him a big hug. And it's like Caleb is a good teammate. He's a great dude. There was a narrative before he came to Arizona that was wrong about who he was as a person. There's a narrative about him defensively that is wrong. And you're right. Like there's people that we're not going to change their mind, but shoot, we might as well try.
Oh, I will make fun of you relentlessly. And again, there's going to be games when he has bad games, but I'm talking about, and it's fine to critique it. It's all of that. But there are so many people, actually not so many. There's like 7 or 8 people that always show up in my mentions and they always go quiet the second that he plays well. And it just annoys the heck out of me. If you're going to bash him, fine. But at the same time, Rich Carrillo, if you're going to, but also don't just disappear when he takes over a game. That's where, and again, that's the Caleb Love experience. But again, he's somebody that you should root for. You have there's no concerns about him off the court or how hard he works. If he's not making a shot, guess what? He's put in the work. He's just not making the shot. I don't know exactly what else to say on that one.
People think I'm joking when I say shoot or shoot, right? Like, because you can't, if a guy like Caleb Love is 0 for 5 from 3, you can't play basketball and coach basketball and say, look, man, you can't take the 6 shot. You can't do it. You might as well take a guy off the court. And that's why I always laugh when fans go, oh, he needs to stop shooting. Coaches will never tell a kid to stop shooting. They'll just take him off the court. If you tell a kid on the court to stop shooting, he's a waste. You're wasting your time. And eventually, Caleb is good enough where they're going to go in. It's not a coincidence that he makes the shot at the end of regulation, and then in overtime, he hits 2 threes and goes to the line. Those things are 100% related.
All right, now Andre Veras, the great Andre Veras. Oh, did you know we got over like $100 in super snaps last night?
You told me when he hit that shot, I believe you texted me as a joke, we're going to get so many super snaps if they win.
I am going to retire off super snaps. That is the goal. That is the goal. Okay, let's see here now.
I got a question for you, Mike. I posted this on the board, but I'm curious about your opinion as well.
Oh, who isn't? Come on.
If Caleb Love's shot doesn't go in, Arizona loses that game.
Yeah, you messaged me that before too.
Does your opinion of that game change if that shot doesn't go in?
No. Because I'll be honest with you here, and some people might not like this. I believe Iowa State's a better team. I came away from that game, but again, Iowa State, I think, is one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the country. And so that's not if I'm saying that Arizona is the 10th best team in the country, then that's not really a put down. But I think Iowa State's a little bit better team. I just do. I think that they have a little bit higher upside, and they're missing the guy who is not a foreigner, who is actually from Wisconsin. I was called out on that. But again, I got no. All right, yes, AZ Wildcat fan. There is a move. I will get to that in just a second. But first, we got to pay some bills here. Then I want to get Shear's opinion on that. Okay, now RJ's frozen cactus. Now, I asked Miss Erica L. Day, who's in the chat. I said, Erica L. Day, I could get you a nice little, they make good money at this place. And I show up there all the time. I mean, what's better than that? Making good money and me showing up there. But you could also get very good food. I got very inebriated there on Saturday after Savor Wine. Very, very good. Now, also, no, they got no bad seats in the house, 100 plus craft beers, and some $2 deals. Pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. RJ's Frozen Cactus. You might know them from Bar Rescue as well. Let's see here. All right, yes. Anyway, no bad seats in the house, and you can park there. They have a very girthy parking lot with a lot of different spots to park. Check it out. Okay, now, also, let's see here. Oh, Eris Dental. Guess where I went yesterday? Eris Dental.
Yes.
Oh man, this compound out in the one out in it's like Houghton and like I-10 or something or out there. That's the Mecca. It's amazing. Owned by Lan Allen, our guy Lan Allen, very, very good person. And again, you got all kinds of good stuff. Dental implants at affordable prices as well. They're not going to, like we talked about, they're not going to remove your tongue and then say you need a new tongue when you went in there to get a teeth cleaning. And daily urgent care also as well. It is technologically friendly. And the great thing about it is when it's technologically friendly is that for people that are smarter than me, you can get in and out. That's where it's for. Also, mouth guards, cheap mouth guards. Sure, you need a mouth guard. This is true.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. I got to make that call.
Yes, exactly. Now, you need to be able to do that. But Eris Dental, now you have 3 different locations all throughout Tucson. Again, Lan Allen is our guy. Go to TucsonTeeth.com. Thank me later. Okay. Sure. What do you think? Arizona, Iowa State. Who's the better team?
Iowa State. Yeah. I said this last night. I think Arizona's ceiling is probably a little higher than most of us thought. After watching last night's game,
right.
Like when they're playing really well, I think they're a little better than we think. But like you said, Iowa State was missing Milan, Curtis, I credit Caleb.
The guy from Wisconsin?
Yes, I credit Caleb Love with his defense. I would assume it would be very hard to do that again. Now, I will say, I think Iowa State has very clear weaknesses, Mike. I think that even when Milan is back, that bench, figuring Curtis Jones stays and Milan comes off the bench or whatever, that bench still is not very good. Nate Hasey's not good. Brandon Chatfield's terrible. Demarion Watson, not very good. They have clear weaknesses, 3-point shooting. They're not great at it. But Iowa State, I want to prepare people now. And I think I posted this on the board and people are agreeing with me. Arizona's going to get beat when they go to Iowa State. The way last night played out, it's gonna be those fans and that team and that environment. I am just chalk that up as an L on the schedule, and I'm just gonna.
But guess what? We can deal with that because we are now 8-1 on the season. Now
11th in the net, Mike. I know you love the net. Arizona moved up to 11th in the net and 14 in KenPom. I know that you are very big into both, so I just wanted to let you know.
Nifty Cello 611 says, I give Mike all the credit for the football team marketing themselves. Yes, by the way, we're going to have it's going to be a big show tomorrow. We got Ishmael Mahdi, who Shear says is going to be Arizona's best running back since Kadeem Carey. And we also have Kyle Dodd on that putts. Hopefully, we're talking about an ASU loss to Colorado. What time is that game tonight?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
We're all Buffalo fans on
Buffalo's, believe it or not, Mike. I don't know if you know this. Colorado's favored in that game. Colorado's -2.
How bad is ASU?
It's at Colorado.
Oh, I thought it was at. Oh, yeah. Well, either way,
6 o'clock ESPN Plus. There's a Baylor BYU's also. There's some nice Big 12 games tonight.
Yes. Now, let's see here. Yes, I like Kyle Dodd. He roots for the wrong team, but I like Kyle Dodd. We will have a good time. Hey, we got to get that video up of me breaking the ice with Kyle Dodd and Jason Shear. That was so
Yeah,
good.
we got to find that. Kyle's a good guy. He's a good guy. He'll be honest about the ASU's team.
He will, dude. And Shear, your handshake is so much better since that video. Much
I try
better.
very much.
No,
very
exactly. All right, now. Oh, Adam Prim. Okay, Prim. We need you to be more optimistic on Twitter. You're one of my favorite people. Going to the Big 12 is a good thing. Okay. Now let's talk about Tobe Awaka. Waka. All right. You have my word, everybody out here. There will be no more twin talk.
Yeah, you got to retire that up.
Yes, I will not apologize for it, but I will retire it. No more twin talk. The difference between Tobe Awaka, a man of girth, we're just going to start calling him man of girth, and a man of girth, and Trey Townsend is immense. Tobe Awaka can actually be a difference maker. And he was awesome. Now, again, he's not a first-round pick, but he was good. He was really, really good. Bring the men of girth.
He was. I know he's not an NBA first-round pick, but if last night
maybe a second-round pick.
If last night was your first time watching Awaka, and you just turn on the TV, you're like, oh, I'm gonna catch these Arizona Wildcats.
Right.
You watched Awaka, and you're like, holy crap, where did this guy come from? He was the best player on the court for a long period of time. Like he changed the entire dynamic of that game with his rebounding.
All right, now Andre Veras, great Andre Veras. Again, Tobe Awaka is your definition of no soft weenies. Yes, that's true. No soft weenies. No soft weenies. Now listen, Matt Rain. By the way, Matt Rain is going to be like I'm telling you, this guy's going to be like the governor of the state of Arizona, or like wherever he's living. I don't even know if he can be the governor of the state of Arizona. But he said, how do you personally motivating KJ to play better by being a hater on Twitter? I am a big KJ Lewis fan. I know KJ Lewis, but you know what? If I got to hustle and motivate to do what we got to do, we are going to do that around here. No apologies. No apologies. Okay. But Matt Rain, also, if you become governor, remember the little people here that are operating podcasts out of their guest room. Okay. Now, hey, you want to hear a story about Matt Rain?
I always want to hear your stories.
Yeah. So back when I was working on my grad stuff, I was living in student housing, and we had this guy named Lee. And well, basically what he would do is he went around, and Matt can confirm all of this. He went around and he would get into car accidents, like, I don't know, probably 5-6 car accidents. And he would drive off each time except for one. And I told him, I'm like, why are you doing that? And he says, oh, because they don't look good. And I'm like, that's not really how it works. And then anyways, this guy did the most disgusting thing I've ever done. He took boneless chicken wings, okay? Put them in water in a blender and would blend them and eat them.
Who do you hang out with?
No, I mean, Matt Rain can confirm all of this. Benwin White was in there as well. But, and he would also make a smoothie by taking like orange, like the peels, the slices, or like just the skin. And then he would blend it with water. And then he would say that it was a smoothie. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Thanks. Have somebody else do that for you. Either way, that's my story. Nobody probably cares. Stone Avenue Standard, baby. Okay.
I care, Mike.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. Yes. All right. Now, Tobe Awaka, though, there will be no more twin. There will be no more twin talk. So you will have my word. Yes. Mike only hangs with weirdos. Yeah. Well, I mean,
you are,
yeah,
who you surround yourself with.
You attract who you are. Yes. Toby played like a man of girth. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Now let's talk about this. And again, I still don't quite understand that. Why can't we play Tobe and
I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask
It
this
just
week.
doesn't. I don't
Yeah,
get
I'll
it.
ask. I'll ask. I think we probably have a presser on Friday. I will ask for you.
Yeah, it just.
My guess is, so in the first 7 games of the year, Mike, including Wisconsin.
Oh, that's all crap though,
I'm
because the
just saying.
players were
I'm just saying
different.
they went with that lineup, and it was like the worst lineup combination that Arizona's had all year. Now, with that being said, I agree with you. I want to see more of that lineup. I thought that lineup would have been very good last night at times as well. I will ask. You all have my word. I will ask.
Yeah, you are a man of word. You are a man of your word. This was a
man of girth, man of my word.
A man of girth, a man of your word. Everything. Okay, now, let's talk.
By the way, that
Jay.
Andy Katz thing, El Boom. Sorry, Andy Katz just dropped a bracket, and he has Arizona 7. There's no way he did that this morning. Arizona's not a 7 anymore.
No way. I think Arizona, at worst case, is a 5, and I think right now you probably have to put them at a 5 with a trending towards a 4. How about that?
No, but
What do
close.
you mean?
They're a 6 right now, trending towards a 5.
Why are they a 6?
It's just the way it is. Because when you think about it, they still have 6 losses.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. All the metrics have them at like 10 or 11.
I know, but they still have 6 losses, and they really only have. I don't know how many quad wins they have now. Look, if they're trending towards a 5, they're not trending towards a 4.
No, they're trending towards a 4. I will talk.
Also, dude, it's January 28th. So all this bracket stuff is fun. In the Big 12, it is a complete waste of time right now in good conferences.
Yes, no, it is, but it is fun. Now let's talk a little bit about Mike.
Lunardi put out his bracketology. You want me to look it up for you?
He has Arizona as a 5. And trending towards a 4. Suck it.
You want to know who he has Arizona playing?
Illinois.
Oregon. So here's something interesting that people have to realize. Okay. Here's how this is going to work. I want to line this up for you too, because I know Seattle is important to you, Mike.
I will take some losses if that means that we get to go into enemy territory.
Here's the issue. Arizona and Oregon are very likely headed to Seattle. If Oregon remains good, that's going to happen. If Oregon loses some games and drops to like a 6, like basically there is a possibility that Arizona gets pushed out of Seattle based on how Oregon does this season.
What do we need Oregon to do then so we get into Seattle?
You need Oregon to kind of stay in their range they're in now.
Okay.
You can't have them choke. Now, I will say that Joe Lunardi already screwed up. Because he's got Texas, UCF playing winner Arizona. That wouldn't happen. They're not going to match up 2 Big 12 teams in the first round.
Maybe if there's like 20 Big 12 teams, though,
not in the first round, though.
All right. Well, either way, I want but he's got him as a 5. You can take that.
Yeah, we need Seattle. We need Seattle.
Take that. Yeah, we do. All right. Now we're going to get to Jaden Bradley here in a second. But first, we've got to pay some more bills. All right, well, all right, now this is why you need to advertise with the AZ12. This is already working for a guy at Comfort X right now. What the heck? Oh, I thought I heard something in the background. All right, either way, Comfort HVAC is raising the bar for heating and cooling in Tucson. And trust me, you're going to want to check out this company. Get rid of all that expensive overhead. You don't need any of that. Go with people that are not going to try to basically screw you over, because they want your business, but at the same time, they're in business to do business, and they know that if you have a good experience, you'll likely come back to them. But guess what? If you get the premium HVAC, or the premium HVAC installation, guess what? You can get a 10-year deal, Jason Shear, 10-year deal. And that means a decade-long worth of free routine maintenance. Check it out. Here's the deal, though. You got to put in code word Wildcats for 10% off. Again, you got to do all this stuff. You will thank me later on it, but you got to do it. Get in there. Our good pal Andre Veras, I believe, is going through them. And there was a couple other people as well. So, again, check it out. Again, Comfort X HVAC. X going to give it to you. Perfect track record. Build on trust for the long haul. Small business with big savings. Okay. Now, Michael Rubin.
Yes.
The Rubin team. Rubin Group at Swift Mortgage. Here's the deal. Now, you might say, Mike, I need a broker. Guess what? Go to Michael Rubin. because again, look at that little QR code in the corner. You can scan that and it will work. He can get you pre-qualified for home loans, download payment assistance, and you want to support a U of A, die hard on all kinds of stuff that I don't even know about. Rates lower than retailers, and again, money down payment assistance. Call Mike. He can do the shopping for you, and use code Joe McClain for $500 off closing costs. I can actually name the starting lineup Joe McClain senior year. I think it was Reggie Geary, Joe McClain, or no. I think no, it was before. It was before after JB was hurt or JB got suspended for the season. It was Ben Davis, Corey Williams, Joe McClain, Miles Simon, and Reggie Geary. Wop, wop, wop. Joe McClain, though, get $500 off closing. Do it. All right, now. Oh, another super snap coming in. Arizona should be ranked. UConn is hanging on because of the natty bias and has worse losses than Arizona and doesn't have the wins. I would agree with that. I think that Arizona should be ranked. You agree, Sheer?
Of course they should be ranked.
Right. Now,
yeah. I mean, and I don't, UConn, rankings at this point are stupid. Arizona should be ranked. It's funny that they're not. Keep them unranked. I think it's funny.
Yeah. Hustle and motivate.
But UConn has the best coach in all of college basketball.
That was a funny thing. You saw that, right, Mike?
Yeah, I know. That was great. That was great. I mean, he is. I don't know that I can. I don't. Now, let's see here. Umar Ballo, leader of men, is getting comments. We will not talk about Umar Ballo, leader of men. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, H. Fuchs. Arizona should be ranked. Oh, I already said that. $4.99 super snap. Very much appreciate it. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about Jaden Bradley. I know that he had the 6 turnovers. You don't like 6 turnovers. But, man, this guy's a pest. 7 steals in this game. That's why when all these Illinois dweebs keep telling me, they're like, you missed Bodwell's defense. No, I have a better defender. Jaden Bradley's the man. I know he had some bad turnovers, but Jaden Bradley is the man. We like Jaden Bradley.
Weird game. That's really the best way I could describe it, because I thought he was fine. I thought he was more of a victim of Arizona not having another ball handler. I thought there was too much pressure on him in that game. Iowa State's ball pressure is insane. And there's nothing to kind of relieve the pressure from Jaden Bradley. Like, there's not another guard that's going to be able, to handle it. And I know Caleb is just different, and he did a good job there. But the key with Bradley is 7 steals. Like, he made up for it, right? He had big steals, and it wasn't his best game, but he found a different way to contribute, and his defense was fine. And he's
awesome. I just love him. I love every. Yeah,
obviously, he turned the ball over too much, but he's the only guy that could probably turn the ball over 6 times, and you're still kind of cool with the way he played.
Yes. Now, also, let's see here. Stat Freak says ASU plays at Colorado tonight. We're going for Tad. Duh. Okay. But I like Jaden Bradley. I'm a big fan of Jaden Bradley. Now, that is one thing, though, that we do that I think that Tommy Good did, I think, misevaluate this past. Now, you and I got into it on the board. I slapped you around as per usual. But here's my thing. Having Conrad on the team absolutely did not prevent them from going and getting a guard. A ball handler. You're totally right. But I also don't understand, if you're going to recruit a 5'6" guy that is never going to be able to play against good teams, why do you recruit him in the first place? That's my only question.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I think they definitely thought that, or Tommy thought that Conrad would be better. But yeah, I mean, it again, like you said, it didn't stop them from recruiting another guard. That was their biggest mistake of the offseason, clearly.
Can you imagine Conrad in that game last night?
No. There was 2 things that we were talking about on Press Row. Conrad being in that game, couldn't do it. And then what do you think the foul count would have been if it was like a Pac-12 ref crew?
62 to 58.
Yeah. Like in what people have to realize, look, I'm not gonna pretend like that was actually, yeah, I don't care. I thought the game was refed fine. That crew on paper, that's a Final Four crew.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, though, because, like, Ken Palm, I think, is just making stuff up.
No, Mike, like, that whole crew is literally a Final Four crew. Like,
yeah.
They've all done championship game. But the one thing that I've noticed with Big 12 is, and I'm not complaining compared to Pac-12, but we both pointed it out last night, they were letting you kill someone in the paint, right? They weren't
Right.
calling anything. And then on the perimeter, they were calling like hand checks.
Yeah,
It's
see,
like,
that's what I don't get. That's
like,
what I don't get.
you gotta pick
That
one here.
that is the one thing that I don't really get is that they let you basically brutalize the other person.
Mhm.
And then there'll be something like they basically punish Awaka for having too much girth. Like I don't get it.
It was weird.
Yeah,
But
so
I'm
I
okay
did,
with it because at the end of the day, I'd rather watch that. Yes, I've always been a believer that the way games are reffed in the Pac-12 hurt Arizona in
big
the
time.
I just be time to adjust and all that. I think Arizona in terms of reffing is going to be significantly more prepared now.
Yes. Let's see here. Miss Shelby K says Padilla's like that dude at work that everyone knows sucks, but upper management refuses to hear anything bad about him. Yeah, I think that's probably a pretty good way of putting it. Tony Padilla likes Tony Padilla. I think that's probably a.
What's
fair
can
way.
we say what you on air what you say about Tony Padilla? What is it you?
No,
always make
I
fun of
said
him
it
for?
on air one time
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Tony Padilla loves going over to the scoreboard or that like the press row thing and then like sticking his butt out and like just looking at the monitor for like 20 minutes. I do not need to see that. You can figure this out quickly. We do not need to see any of that. There you go. But now,
Thank you, Mike.
okay. Carter L. Bryant. Let's talk a little bit about Carter L. Bryant. I don't know what Carter L. Hey, what is Carter Bryant's middle name? Do we
I don't
have
know.
it?
You want me to find out?
Yes. Hey, Cody, what is the next read? Come and read this.
The last one is Baggins.
Oh, Baggins.
Come on, Mike.
Yes. When's the next Bob Dobbs run? Okay, now let's get into Baggins first. Chad McDonald says, when's the next Bob Dobbs run? How about the next Baggins run? Now, the lovely Shelby Shear was there yesterday. You need to go there. Yummy in my tummy. AZ12 for 15% off, my friend. Now, Shear, what do you like? The cowboy or whatever?
Sundowner. That one right there in the picture. Shelby had that yesterday. That's my favorite. That is
Yummy.
my favorite sandwich.
Yummy. Yes. Now you can go there and they have 12 convenient locations. Very, very good. Now, and you can get all the chocolate chip cookies you want. Hey, Tobe Awaka, do you think he strikes me as a Baggins guy?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Andy Bryant said, had Baggins yesterday in the Scottsdale one. Did you use code AZ12? Got to use code AZ12 because it will make us look much, much better. Much, much better. Back the Baggins. Yes, we like Baggins on this show. All right. But again, got to use AZ12. Use AZ12 because then that makes it look good. All right.
Dane.
What's that?
The middle name is Dane. Carter Dane Bryant.
Carter D. Bryant. I don't like that. How about, you mean Lane?
We'll
Like Carter Lane Bryant.
Yeah, we'll change it to Lane. And then we'll just say that we made an error. So Carter L. Bryant, and then we'll just say that we made a mistake.
Yeah. They will say that we didn't really know.
Yeah, if Deshaun calls us out, we'll just say, oops.
Yeah, sorry. Carter L. Bryant. Yes, exactly. Deshaun L. Bryant. I don't know what Deshaun's middle name is. We should just call him Carter L. Bryant. Okay. Carter Bryant, though. People need to understand this about Carter L. Bryant. It doesn't matter if he's ready or not. That's not what the what the NBA drafts on. They don't care. I personally think that he could be, instead of making dollars, he could make cents by coming back to school. Because I think, yes, that's good. Because I think that he could go from being a top, 25 pick to a top 7 pick.
Lottery, yeah. Right now, he's not a lottery pick. If he comes back to college another year, there's a very good chance of him being a lottery.
Yeah, exactly. And you watch him. You know what's really impressive, though, about him? He can shoot, man. He can really shoot the ball.
Look, I've seen Carter a lot, and I know he's good. I got to say, his three-point shooting has surprised me.
And it's consistent,
he's
too.
It always looks the same. It's consistent. Right now, the reality is, Mike, he's a jump shooter in college this year, right? And that'll change in the future. But man, he's damn good at it. Like, what I got to look at his percentages because
in Big 12 play, I think he's shooting like 50% or something like that.
Yeah. So for the season, he's 39% from three, 54% from the field. That's pretty damn good.
Right. I mean, yeah. So that's hey, we got a private message from Cody. Let's see what this is. What does this say?
I just told you what it is, Mike.
Oh, Carter Dane Bryant.
And you know what's interesting about Carter? His splits are the same road and away. Which is good.
Yeah. No, I like him. I like everything about him. I like how he goes about his business. You know, one thing that is funny about him, though, is that he's never committed a foul. And his fouls are the most obvious fouls in the world. He literally like goes up and he like hacks the guy in the middle of the
I know.
face.
I love it. And
Yes,
he's not unique in that. There's so many basketball players that are like, they could like punch a guy in the face and be like, I didn't do anything. He ran into my face.
No, his is great though. And then he looks around and Carter also strikes me as very innocent. Yeah. He just he looks very, what do we call him? Like a fawn?
A fawn.
A fawn. I thought it was a gazelle.
A fawn. A young fawn.
There was that play at the end of the game, at the end of overtime, where Caleb shoved that guy down and Carter went over and helped him up, the Iowa State guy.
Oh, I didn't see that.
If you watch it, when they had the jump ball with like 3 seconds left or whatever it was,
he helped him up to just push him down again.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
a fawn or a colt.
It was very like young, like gonna be nice to everyone, not
I think he's a uniter, not a divider. No, I think that's what he does. I mean, that's what I like about him, though. It would be very nice to be able to get him back for it would be very nice to be able to get him back for another year. Also, the other thing, you need to watch how Deshaun Bryant operates on social media, parents. This is the guy that gets it. Now, again, any parent, I would be, and again, I'm just speaking for myself, I would have probably been a little bit frustrated that my kid wasn't playing more, especially with some of the people playing over. But you know what? I'm just saying for myself, he doesn't say anything. He just goes with it, and he's like, you know what? I got trust in the coaches. Deshaun Bryant is the one that gets it. The family members and the media that go and the agents that go out there and start saying all that stuff. You're not benefiting anybody, dude. Carter Bryant's father gets it.
From our experience, Mike, I would say, and we've seen the opposite. Arizona basketball has some pretty good parents, right? Like Caleb's parents were awesome. Jaden Bradley's dad, we've met him, awesome. Yeah. Deshaun's awesome.
Yeah, good guy. Good guy. Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
Janet's awesome.
Vance
is awesome.
Vance is awesome. Exactly. It's funny. So my dad, he went to Ohio State his first 3 years, and so he pretends that he's an Ohio State fan, but he doesn't know who the coach is. And so like I'll always be like, yeah, what do you think about? Do you think they should be bringing back the coach? And he's like, yeah, why not? And I'm like, who's the coach? And he's always like, Woody Hayes. And it's like, no, it is not Woody Hayes. Now let's look ahead then to ASU. No let ups.
I have a hot take about this game, Mike. I have a hot take. This game scares me.
Yeah, no, I get it. Here's the thing. You and I were talking about this. If the Tommy Gunn was the ASU coach, they'd be a top 25 team. They have talent.
They have talent. That's not the thing that scares me, though. What scares me, and I've been very consistent in this in college athletics, when you have an emotional game like you did last night, it is very difficult to match that emotion and focus because it's just natural. Now, the good thing is, the very good thing is the way the Big 12 schedule is, you have multiple days. Like if this game was on Wednesday, if this game was tomorrow, I'd be very nervous. But the fact that it's Saturday, I think actually helps Arizona. But yeah, I think this game has upset potential. I think Arizona is going to be challenged. They're the better team. I mean, let's not be silly here, but the focus thing, it kind of worries me a little bit. But again, I'm glad that there's multiple days.
Yes, I am glad as well. But the reason I want this game is because that BYU game scares me. Not because of BYU specifically, but because it is in BYU. Yeah. It is in altitude. It is in Provo.
I have Arizona losing one of the next 2 games.
Yeah, but that's why I want to get greedy though. If I could beat ASU, I think we're playing with some house money at that point.
Yeah,
then
I agree. I agree.
Yes. Now, does Love outplay Sanon? You better hope. I am going to be ridiculous.
Big game for Wildcat Authority.
This is a massive game.
I think people also like, and we talked about this on the phone. I think Satan's a good player, but I think people are
this is getting blown way out of proportion.
I think people are caught up in the obsession with shooters, right? Like everyone wants shooters, which is great.
Right.
Satan right now is a jump shooter. He does not defend.
Nothing else.
He does not go to the basket. He does not pass the ball very well.
Right.
He is a jump shooter. In his last 5 games, he scored in single digits because right now he's just a jump shooter. Like he fouled out against Iowa State. He will be good, but the idea that you would take him this season over Caleb Love is just asinine.
Yes, I don't get it. And again, and then when they throw in another one and they're like, oh, it's like, dude, come on. Caleb Love's better than that. The U of A coaching staff. Is Caleb Love perfect? No. But Caleb Love is definitely he's a better option. Put it to you like that. Okay. Yeah, I don't get it. All right. Now, Sheer, I'm getting tired of seeing you, man. So on that note, though, we are going to sign off, but we'll be back with you tomorrow. We have Ishmael Lamadi. No, I don't believe St. On is a first round pick. Definitely not.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So, Sheer, where can they find you doing your work?
WildcatAuthority.com, the Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby, and then taking a rest day because I'm exhausted emotionally from last night.
And physically as well. All right.
Yeah.
I am merely Mike Luke. You can find me at Iron Mike Luke. Okay. Now, on that note, though, we are signing off. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Normal time, 10:30. You guys are awesome. Back the A, baby. Talk to you soon. You've been listening to the AZ12 podcast.